Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the very first day or night of Tech Tuesday Miami.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if I was at the helm, I would have hit the round of applause, man, because that's exactly what the night needed.
Let's do it then.
There's been a lot of those tonight. There's been a lot of applause tonight.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. We at PS Social. We in Miami, of course. Miami is the place where everybody want to be. I'm definitely gonna say that. You know, Miami is on fire, and we have at the helm we got Ted Lucas as well as the man with the plan that put it all together.
That's right.
That we will continue to applaud and crusade for the Trailblazer,
Appreciate y'all, man.
James Chapman.
Yeah, man.
That's
I
right.
appreciate y'all. Couldn't do none of it without you, for sure. Everybody had a role to play, and this night was a very successful night.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It takes the right leader to make it happen.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
that's right.
And we definitely want to take our hat off to you and tell you how much we appreciate you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Being the glue to
yeah,
make it happen.
yeah, for sure. I appreciate y'all.
And even just being, I mean, I'm a transplant myself, but you navigate a lot of this stuff, man. Just
Remote.
through, you know, through email and the phone.
Yeah,
That ain't easy.
yeah. It ain't.
Not at all.
It ain't. It takes commitment.
Yeah.
Really is all it is. If you committed to it, then it's gonna happen. You know, if you want to half-ass it, then it won't. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Really, like I remember when MJ, who's been a big part of this too, he was like, "Man, I got some people that I want you to meet." I was like, I'm about to book a flight. Just let me. He like, "No, man, just virtually, bro. I'm gonna do Zoom. You got to book a flight right now." But you know that kind of commitment from all of us is why we were able to have success tonight, for sure.
I could say from my side, being in Miami and just dealing with, you know, the bureaucracy of building out the space, it was hard to get people on the phone. You know, it's hard to get access. You know, from building it out to even just getting things done. So it's definitely a who you know type of situation.
Yes.
So for you to navigate through it all just remotely, and then have an icon like Ted to come on in and be like, all right, well, what you need me to do?
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely major.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I want to say, Ted, so what made you get involved? Tech Tuesday, just the idea, just with James, with Plain Sight. What exactly did you see? Knowing that you're in the tech space, over the last 2 years, you definitely, you know, took a nosedive with it and say, listen, I'm going all the way in. I'm gonna make sure that the community has a space, has a place, and gonna bring some recognition to what's going on and make sure that we got some folks that's gonna deal with the industry. So what made you dive in with James?
Definitely. First of all, like James said earlier, I like to hold people accountable, man. I'm big on that because
Yes, sir.
hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? And I told James when I met him, he asked me to speak at Black Founders, and I told him, man, James, I'm willing to do it. But I need more out of you. What are you gonna give me back in return to make sure that this is not just a one-off? You know what I'm saying? That we build something special here in Miami. And he said, Ted, I got you. And for him to come back to be a man of his word and say, I got something.
Yeah.
I'm in. That's all I asked for. If a man tell me he gonna do something,
Right.
then he follow through and do it, I'm in after that. You know what I'm saying? And then that's on his part. And then to just come here and see the space and look at the incredible job you've been able to do.
Appreciate it.
You know, if the pieces together,
Yeah.
I know what to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
that's what make it feel good. When you see the pieces together, man, and then I just got to go to work and do my part. Partnerships is what it's all about. And,
That's what it's
something
all
you said earlier, man, just to make this happen. I tell people, and I'm going to repeat this. I want every young person to understand this. Relationship is worth more than money.
That's right.
The relationship's in place. You do what you got to do. The money will come.
You got human capital. You ain't gonna never need a dime.
You ain't gonna never
100%.
need a dime, man.
Yeah. It's gonna the money gonna come. You got human capital. Don't worry about what's in your bank account.
Exactly.
Keep building up that
Keep
human
building.
capital. Yeah. Your bank account gonna follow. Your
Exactly.
bank account gonna follow for
And
sure.
it's because of the access.
Yes.
Because it's and see, I gotta say the word because I think I just learned it maybe about a month and a half ago, right? FOMO. I used to be like, yo, what is FOMO?
Yeah.
FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's where everyone is now.
Yeah.
So when they continue to see you indoors and they seeing you rubbing shoulders and you taking him everywhere, and it's like, all right, so I want to do what he's doing.
That's right.
Yeah, what's
Right? I
going
want to be
on?
where he's gonna be.
That's right.
Right? You was just talking about here with the small circle that you was a part of in the room all African American, and you had a B, and that was a B in the room,
Yes.
right? So how
Let's get that
powerful
B.
was that?
Let's talk about that B. I'm talking about that Billy.
Oh yeah,
That Billy was in the room.
Yeah.
Billionaires
Yeah.
in the room.
Yeah.
All black people, man.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
In
You don't get
Miami.
that in Miami.
Yeah.
Powerful, man.
Yeah.
And to see that, man, and you look around, and there's brothers and sisters in there that they don't put the work in. They all there together, networking and talking about how can we continue to do different ventures together. work
And they
together.
serious.
They ain't just talking.
Yeah,
ain't just talking.
That's the
serious.
big because anybody could talk and we all come across a lot of people who they talk a good game
Yes.
and they can maybe even sell you a vision, but when it comes to the follow through, it's not there. When it comes to the diligence and the details of what they're doing, it's not there. And that's been the most refreshing part for me is being able to connect with people who serious and it's about their business. I got to give you some flowers on that too, because even last December when you and I first started connecting, yeah, you was like, all right, bro, you can come do the event here. Yeah, no problem, whatever, we'll do this and that. But you were saying, let's take it a step further and start pulling through some threads on some other pieces and that kind of stuff. And then you held me accountable to James, we got to get a meeting so we can talk about these other plays and that type of stuff. And so just being able to surround yourself, man, with the human capital for one, but then the right human capital are the people who going to follow through, who going to do what they said they're going to do, and they're going to be excellent at what they do. Man, that's different. That's different. You won't need nobody if you surround yourself with those type of people. Right. It's not how many, is how how much impact those few people around you can have, and you'll be straight after that. So
Definitely.
And I realize that in Miami, it's about circles, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's actually difficult to get in certain circles. And I think I understand is because once you find that circle to actually execute, you don't want nothing to throw off that feng shui of the circle.
Chemistry is there. Don't mess that chemistry up.
So it's like, no, you can't get in because we already got a flow.
Yeah.
So
I got a love-hate relationship with that shit, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I'm in Atlanta right now, and Atlanta is a bunch of different circles and cliques. And I would try to tap in with some places where I feel like I may belong, where I feel like I may be able to add value, but being met with resistance. And that's a turnoff for me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm coming to you with something that makes sense, that aligns with what you're doing, I expect for you to at least entertain it. You know what I'm saying? If you're really about community. And for me, man, that's not what I've been able to see a lot in Atlanta. I've been seeing more of that in Miami than Atlanta, in tech specifically. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if that's just a thing that happens everywhere where there's gatekeepers and people that's trying to protect their circles in their community. But I want to see more people who are building these circles that's actually allowing people to have that access to come into those circles as long as they're about what they say they're about. You know what I mean?
think that's what we did Tech Tuesdays for, is to allow those people. You heard when I announced tonight, if you just got in tech in the last year, raise your hand.
Right.
We had people in the room that hasn't been in tech over a year.
You done asked, you know what I mean, who done raised a lot of money in tech, who done did like the accolades of like, who ain't did nothing in tech. Yeah.
You welcome here tonight.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
shit.
I wanted to acknowledge those people and
That's
make sure
what I'm
those people
saying.
get recognized as well. For at least coming out, because you're curious. You want to find out what's going on. How
And
can I
you
get
brave for that. That's hard to do.
yeah.
If you intimidating, you like, man, I ain't in tech. They talking about Tech Tuesday, this and
correct.
all of that or whatever.
Yeah.
That's hard to just put yourself out there like that.
Yeah, that's something that I think Miami, that's what make Miami different. Like you said, in Atlanta, you might experience, but they don't let you in. But here in Miami, that's something I stand on. That's why I wanted to set the tone tonight to let people know. If you know more people that's interested in getting in tech, but they don't know where to start, this is where you need to come. Peer social is where
And
you
be
need to be.
intentional about that.
Exactly. And
That's
we're going
right.
to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I think we should make an announcement every week going forward. If this is your first time coming, welcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going to take a little bit from church.
Yeah.
I like
All our visitors.
That's right. Yeah, I ain't heard that one. I ain't heard that one in a minute yet.
Stand up.
If you're a visitor, stand up.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
Tech
For sure.
church.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
To stand up.
I think
And then
that's important.
everybody love on them.
Yeah, that's right. I like that. That's
Okay,
what-
go meet the new people.
Go meet the new people. That's big.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's
Incorporate
real.
that.
That's real.
So James, we're gonna hold you accountable for that. We know
Alright,
you'll make
alright.
sure that get incorporated
Alright,
into the program.
alright, yeah.
Yeah,
Plug-
that's big.
plug
You know what I'm
that
saying?
in. Yeah,
that's
plug
how
it
you're
in.
gonna continue to build.
You make them feel welcome.
Make them feel welcome,
Yeah.
man. They're gonna go back and tell their cousin, auntie, sister, brothers, even their mama, come on out here with me.
Yeah.
You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
that's one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got one right there.
Definitely.
And even when we got people in the room, I feel that celebrity looks a type of way, right? Influencer allegedly looks a certain type of way. Star power looks a certain type of way. But you actually have access in the room.
That's real.
You got VCs in the room that can actually assist you.
Yes.
Right? As long as you're willing to take that road.
Yeah.
Right? And they look like the regular, everyday people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We regular, we ain't, too extra.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now once we start to show that that's not the only cool.
No.
This over here is cool.
Cool too.
That's real.
Yeah.
This is cool. So we want to show you a different level. Don't go after the loud. Come to a room that can actually make it happen.
That's
And
real.
that welcome you
Yes.
at the same time. So don't stray away from the people that can actually provide you with an opportunity. We want to show you something different.
That's real.
And the only way you're going to see it is if you come to Tech Tuesday.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the thing I like about what we created too is that it allows a space where even if you ain't quite there yet, that's okay.
Correct.
You can come here to get it figured out.
Yeah.
That was
Like the
necessary.
office hours that we doing during the
Necessary.
day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I want to get to this place and I'm stuck in this spot.
Yep.
And I keep beating my head up against the wall trying to figure out how to get over this hurdle. Okay, well, come talk to somebody that's done already jumped them hurdles that
That's
you
real.
you trying to get over. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it just take a quick conversation.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
quit
it.
doing it this way and just start doing it this way. Oh, that's all I need to do? Okay, cool. I'm going to go apply that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't ever get that information on what you need to do to maneuver around whatever barrier that, you're never going to get over it. So that I'm excited about the office hours and the education component of what we're putting together too. Yeah.
So I got one question for both of you. And I think that this would actually almost set the stage for those people that's just starting in tech. And I'm coming back to you. I want you to close it out. 2 years ago, you said you got started. What was your day one in tech like?
Good question. Where do I go? How do I get involved? I heard the mayor, Francis Suarez, say to everybody else around the country, around the United States, how can I help? I went and sat down with Mayor Francis. I say, how can you help us? I hear what you're saying about how you're going to help people in tech come to Miami. I got one question for you. How can you help us? And his answer was, Ted, nobody else ever came to me and asked me that question. I'm going to make sure my team support you and help you because nobody else locally asked me, how can I help us local? And he said, you can't find too many organizations or anybody that really serious about that. Tell me who. It's like, wow, that's crazy. My business hat went on. I'm in the middle sitting down in COVID, and I see this big transition happening here in Miami. And I'm saying, if all these people come to Miami, the price of living finna change. And we not even recognizing what's about to happen. A house that costs $80,000 is now $500,000. I have to get involved in this and get in front of this because the Miami I know will not look like what it is 5 years from now. So that was me. How I got involved is went and sat to the Mayor Francis Suarez and say, how can you help us, locals? And he's been supportive and showing me that. So that's where I went to get my answers.
For me, I was hosting these nighttime meetups for side hustlers called Workaholics back home in my hometown of Chattanooga.
Side hustles.
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing.
Side hustlers. It's like during the day you working your 9 to 5, but everybody got something that they working on a project at nighttime that you moonlighting on. You know what I'm saying? But you're usually doing it alone at your apartment or whatever the case may be. So I opened up a space from 6 p.m. to midnight. We had whiteboards. We would just bring people together, and they would work on their ideas. If you grading papers at night, you a teacher, come to Workaholics. If you a coder and you trying to code on something at nighttime, come to Workaholics. Whatever your side hustle is that you're trying to do, come to Workaholics. And what happened was, I'm just a community builder, through and through. And what happened was people kept hitting my line saying, Chap, who in the space right now? Chap, who gonna be at the space tonight? Chap, can you help make an introduction to me to somebody to do this thing and that thing? I'm like, man, there's got to be some type of technology that could solve this problem. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was looking for a solution to help my community. You know what I mean? And that's when I started getting curious about tech and just started looking up. Okay, well, what do it cost to start a mobile app? How should this work and all that type of stuff. I just did a bunch of Googling. You know what I mean? Made a lot of mistakes, and then I started asking some people who actually already had launched tech startups, and they started giving me the game. I was like, oh, I can do this because he ain't no smarter than me.
That's right.
But, he steps ahead of me, but if he done did it, I know I can do it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's kind of where it started me. It started with community for me, just trying to find a solution for my community to be able to make valuable connections, make meaningful connections. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of took off from there.
Dope.
Yeah.
I asked that question because what people fail to realize, and I live by this statement, every beast was once a cub.
That's real.
So everybody had a day one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they just fail to realize, they just think that, oh, you just popped up in plain sight was there.
Yeah.
Or you ain't walked the streets of New York, to get slip and slide together.
That's right.
Right? Or Wealth Builders just popped up and it is what it was.
Or Miami NFT Week. He went from
Exactly.
music to
Right.
we one of the founders of Miami NFT Week. Like that's kind of crazy to think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
But I bet you he wasn't even thinking like that in the very beginning. He
Nah.
was just curious.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, just curious.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
seen something that was missing.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about Bitcoin, but they got this thing called NFTs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody talking about NFTs. They talking about Bitcoin and crypto, but I see NFTs is about to be Web3 is going to be the future. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody ain't nothing. But when .com came about, nobody wasn't finna email you nothing. Man, I'm gonna still send my letter through the mail. Man. I got time to be emailing you.
That's a fact.
.com was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we thought it was a frisbee in the
That's
mail.
kinda-
Like,
yeah,
give you
that's
some
kinda-
free
yeah,
AOL. Man, I
yeah,
don't want
that's-
that CD. That thing don't play no music. I don't want
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's
where
kind of
we at.
crazy to think about because really, you jumped into something where the learning curve was the largest. Don't nobody really like the NFT and all that type of stuff and crypto. Like it's a huge learning curve
Yes.
trying to
Yes.
learn
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
You kind of jumped into that right off the rip. So
Yes.
that's dedication.
No,
you was
that's real.
determined. You was determined. You
Yeah,
was determined.
I tell everybody what made me do it because I said, you know what? I seen this before. I seen when cassettes turned to CDs.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I seen when CDs turned to a download.
Yeah.
And a download went to streaming. Okay.
It's just a different product.
Yeah,
Different.
that's
That's
it.
it.
That's it.
That's
It's
it.
just a different
You know what I'm
product.
saying?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I just wanted to make sure that we hop on and so we can just recap.
Yeah,
You
day
know, and I
one.
think that it's necessary for us to do it. Also for the people to hear the voices.
Yes.
You know, and I was getting myself together today and just thinking about today, and it was either two terminologies that just popped in my head, right? It's either tech trifecta or the tri-tech factor. Yeah, it was somewhere around there because it's the three.
I don't like the second one. I like the first one. I think better.
Hey,
Tech
listen.
trifecta.
Tech
Tech
trifecta.
The tech trifecta.
You know?
Yeah.
It just popped in my head.
Yeah,
man,
it just came to
know?
you. Yeah.
So it's like we starting it today.
That's right.
Right? We starting it today, and for the individuals to understand what we put together, we can say that we started the conversation, but this is nothing without community.
Nah, not at all.
It's real.
It's nothing without
Not
community.
at all.
I tell people the same thing about PS Social. This ain't nothing but a whole lot of, concrete iron walls and lights. Without community, that's all it is. We need people.
Yeah.
We need the bodies.
Yeah.
You know, we need testimonials.
That's
we
real.
need the experience. We need the people to walk through the doors.
And have experiences. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just a space for experience.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, with us getting this thing started, from Art Basel, from the conversation, you coming off of Miami NFT week, and now we jumping this off with a collective. And I'd rather for you to lean on the other individuals that's involved, and just give a thanks to them because they eventually they gonna hear this too.
Yep.
Yeah. So we just want to make sure that the people understand who's involved, and this is. And I applaud you. You can grab your right hand and take it across your left shoulder and pat yourself on the back because the people that you had in the building, man, was powerful. And you already got people already lined up to come in every Tuesday.
Ready.
And it's a phenomenal month to start it in because this is Tech Month.
Yeah, the timing.
So it just worked.
Yeah,
so that's want you to chime on, with everyone else that's involved.
Before you go there, because I definitely want you to acknowledge everybody, right? You don't been in partnership with other gentlemen or females before in your lifetime, right?
Yeah.
You don't been in other partnership with other people before in your lifetime, right?
Absolutely.
And sometimes those relationships just didn't work out. Things didn't go right. You know what I'm saying? We got something special here, man. And I want y'all to understand that. Mm-hmm. You don't get a chemistry like this all the time. Mm-hmm. So I want y'all all to understand tonight wasn't normal. This was not normal. You could have opened these doors and 3 people came.
That's a fact.
And that would have been it.
Yeah.
You don't been there before. You know what I'm saying? If you've been in this business, you know what it is. You can do everything you want to do. You can do all the marketing you want to do.
Agreed.
Spend all the money you want to do. You can do everything. And 3 people show up. Mm-hmm. What happened tonight? That's something special.
Yeah.
The chemistry is definitely here.
Yeah.
And let's get to work, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's time to go to work.
Yeah.
Like that word.
I'll add on to what Ted was saying, and I'll bring it home with what Shareef was saying. So I've thoroughly enjoyed working with you brothers because we might not always agree because we come from different walks of life. We come from doing things certain different ways and all of that type of stuff. But we always have a willingness to figure it out.
Yes.
100%.
And that willingness to figure it out makes all the difference because we're willing to put what we want to see happen, like what happened tonight, above anything else.
Yes, agreed.
Above anything else.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I like working with people who have different opinions than me.
Yeah.
Because this is what's gonna make me better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be growth. And for anybody that's listening, I would say forming partnerships is probably the hardest but most impactful thing that you can do for yourself.
Yes.
When you can form some good partnerships, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be smooth sailing. Everybody's vision's not going to always be aligned. But if you get through the rough patches of it or whatever, and you just communicate and everybody puts themselves on the back burner and puts the mission first, you're gonna have great outcomes. Tonight was an example of that. I'm very thankful for the community that showed up. They showed up with open arms and open eyes and open ears, ready to listen and learn and embrace this concept this is a brand new concept. Anybody did this before.
Absolutely.
And so for them to really wrap their arms around it and listen to the conversations that's been happening and being able to talk to new faces that they may not have necessarily talked. So I used to call them uncommon collisions when I was doing the Workaholics joint. Uncommon collision. There was a lot of uncommon collisions that happened tonight because it was people from different spaces and different walks of life that might not normally get to talk to one another. Right. Yeah, the common thread is tech. But tech got a bunch of different communities. A whole bunch of different communities. And we saw representation from a lot of those different communities tonight. Shout out to Venture Miami for definitely supporting us. We could not do this without the team over at Venture Miami. Also, man, shout out my man MJ over with Miami-Dade County. He is a huge catalyst in what we've been able to do. Shout out to my 2 partners that's here at the table, 1,000%. Shout out to Ted, shout out to Shareef, shout out to the entire PS Social team for all the work that they do behind the scenes. Right now, they holding cameras and adjusting lighting and all kind of stuff y'all can't even see, man. These folks work hard and they're excellent at what they do. So all of the partners that's been involved, we thank you for that. And if you're interested in being a partner, just go to TechTuesdaysMiami.com. You'll see a section on there that says how to get involved to be a sponsor. We'll get you involved. You want to get involved as a partner sponsor, we'll definitely get you involved. We'll welcome you with open arms. But special shout out to Venture Miami specifically, and then also some of our other partners that's been in on this as well with us.
There you go.
Everybody.
I think that was did it.
We good.
That was it.
That's it.
Well, listen, man. This is Tech Tuesday, Miami. And which one did you say that you liked better? Which one was it? Was the Tri-Tech Factor?
Nah, it was the tech trifecta.
Tech Trifecta.
That's right.
Yeah, the
We
tech
gonna
trifecta.
coin that joint.
That's
Yeah,
it.
the tech trifecta.
The Tech Trifecta. We signing off. It's Tech Tuesday, Miami. It's being held at PS Social. We all about community. We looking for some other phenomenal partners. Big shout out to Venture Miami. We're gonna continue to make this thing as loud as possible. We will amplify the voices of the community that need assistance, as well as the leaders that's in the space. And we're looking forward to moving forward. We signing off.
Absolutely. Make sure y'all go download the Plain Sight app. You'll be able to find all of the Tech Tuesdays events in the Plain Sight app every week. You ain't got to keep checking the website. Just download the Plain Sight app. All of the Tech Tuesdays events are going to be in the app. All of the events that'll be hosted here at PS Social, you'll be able to find them on the Plain Sight app as well. Appreciate y'all.